Hello, welcome to the Loop and Bar podcast. This is episode 16. I'm Kate and I'm coming to you from North Wales in the UK. It's Sunday afternoon and it is about 3:30, so I've left it a bit late in the day to do the podcast, just in terms of the natural light, so we'll just have to see how this turns out. But I am still borrowing my sister's really fabulous camera, so I'm hoping that the quality is going to be okay in terms of the light and the images are going to be nice and clear again. And the brilliant news is, today I actually ordered my own camera, so I'm hoping that from now on the podcast is going to be shot in really nice quality imagery. Yeah. Okay, right, I'm going to start by... I'm just going to dive right in. So if you've not seen the podcast before, this is my podcast all about knitting and sewing and any other crafts. There might be some other crafts thrown in there sometimes, but it's mainly knitting and sewing. I've got a couple of things that are nearly finished, something that's absolutely finished, and something you haven't seen since about episode 2, and I'm going to get that out and start working on it again because it's a wintry project and I need it finished. And we've got some Etsy update news as well. So, because it's getting dark, I'm just going to dive in and I'm going to start by showing you what I did this weekend with my stepmom, because my parents came to visit and we had a really lovely weekend. They left quite early this morning, so we just had really a full day yesterday together. And it's a bit of a tradition for me and my stepmom to make a seasonal wreath. And we meant to do it last time a few weeks ago when they came, but we didn't get round to it, so we managed to do it this time, which is fabulous. We had a lovely day yesterday. We went into my local town. We went to the florist and we bought some beautiful wax flowers, which is one of my favourite flowers, and some thistles, some really beautiful thistles. I'm looking at my wreath to see what I've got on it. And some other flowers that I don't know what they're called, but they're really beautiful as well. They're like little pink buds, but you'll see in a minute. And then when we got home, we went for a walk in the woods just at the bottom of my garden, and we came back with a load of yew, that we've got lots of that growing around the farm. And what else is in there? Rose hips from my garden, and some really beautiful little fir cones that I collected. There's 2 different types actually, so yeah. So I'm going to show you it. So we spent the afternoon with a bottle of Prosecco and some cake and at the kitchen table creating our, well, they were going to be autumn wreaths, but they're actually winter wreaths. So this is what I managed to create. I think I'll do I've taken some photos and a little bit of footage as well, but I think what I'll do is I'll just do you I'll see if this works, a little sort of close-up around the wreath to see if you can get the idea of it. So it's something I don't do very often. It's totally new to me, really. Well, not new to me, but I'm not used to doing it, so I'm really pleased, I'm really proud of it. It probably could be a little bit neater, but I don't really mind. It's got that rustic look. If I can get in close and show you the wax flowers, they're one of my favourite parts. They're so beautiful. Oh, they're gorgeous. So, whoops, some of the fir cones. And there's a thistle, and around the thistle I've kind of framed the thistle in these little flowers. I'm not really sure what they are. They're like little sprays with little pink buds, and they're really beautiful. I might put some... There we go. I might put some footage here as well, in case what I just did didn't turn out very well. So when I edit it, I might just add a little bit of extra footage in. And basically that was going to live in my kitchen, but I love it so much that I've decided to put it on the dresser. I'm looking in the mirror past, I've got a mirror set up behind the camera, and I can't see that far actually. I don't know if you can see the dresser at the top, but I've cleared a space on the dresser, and my wreath is going to hang on the dresser. So it's just, all the foliage is just pushed into this Oasis, the florist block, which is soaked in water. I think every few days you just have to water it really, and it should stay okay for quite a while. So that was lots of fun. We really enjoyed doing that. We had a great time. And the next time we do one will probably be Easter. We'll do a spring wreath. So that'll be something to look forward to. Right, what shall I show you next? I'll show you a bit of knitting. I'm sort of going to do this quite quickly because I really feel as if it's getting dark. I don't think it looks dark on the camera, but it feels in the room like it's getting dark. So I'm going to try and whiz through this one and just do a little speedy podcast this time, and maybe do another one next week. Famous last words. Okay, you haven't seen this project for a very long time. I introduced this project as a whip, probably in episode 1 or 2 or 3, something like that. So I haven't shown it since then because I have worked on it. I was going to say I haven't worked on it, but I have, because I can see I have. There's quite a lot more done. Oh, there's no needles on it, it's just got the cable on. All I've got to do is knit the sleeves, and then it's done, and weave in the ends, and it's done. And I really need this to be done because I need a warm, chunky jumper to wear, snuggly jumper to wear now because it's got really chilly. So it's the green moss stitch jumper. If I just go back a bit, and as you can see, it's got half an arm, and then, well, a no arm and a half an arm. And I'll do a close up if I can, just see. I don't know quite how well that's going to work, but it's just got a ribbed neckline. So I'm doing this, just to remind you, I'm doing it top down in the round. And I think, you know what, I haven't got the yarn ball band. No, I've got all the yarn. It's drops yarn for sure. I think this is the Alaska. Yeah, it's the Drops Alaska, and I think it's in colourway olive. So it's a really lovely yarn. It's really affordable. Oh, let's put that down there. And it's knitting up really beautifully. So I think the last time I showed you it, I haven't got a progress marker on it. I don't know why. But I think the last time I showed you I was maybe only up to about there, halfway. So I've knitted all the rest of the bottom, I think, I can't really remember. And I've definitely knitted all of the arm. So I've just got one more, half an arm, not even half, look, I'm nearly at the bottom of that one. And then I've got the rest of the arm, this sleeve to do. Oh, and then I'll have a lovely cosy jumper. I can't wait to have this actually. I'm going to knit on this tonight, possibly. Actually, I've got another job to do tonight, so maybe tomorrow night, but I'm going to try and knit on that this week and get that finished. Maybe, I don't know if I'll wear it in the next podcast because it's quite dark, and I try not to wear dark things, although I have worn a dark jumper in the podcast. But anyway, we'll see. I'll have a go and see what it looks like. Hopefully I'll be able to wear it and show it to you. I'm going to go straight on to, is that everything I need to tell you? The pattern, I made it up myself, so there isn't a pattern available for that. I just used some calculations from a tutorial from the Fringe Association website, and basically she tells you how to take your own measurements, do a gauge swatch, and then use that information to create calculations which will hopefully give you the right size jumper. And with a bit of trial and error, it looks like it's worked. It's fitting me okay, so yes. If anybody wants to know, if anybody would like a link to that particular website or tutorial, just please let me know. You can just message me on Ravelry or ask me in the down bar of the YouTube podcast. Yes, of the podcast in YouTube. And yeah, I can send you a link to that if you fancy making up your own top-down jumper. I got some lovely post last week. I think it was, yeah. A lovely surprise gift. So I thought I'd show it up on the podcast, and I've got my red bush tea in here. Am I drinking? Yeah, red bush tea. It's really beautiful. They're so cute, and they are just like, they just look, they've just got the character of hens as well. They just look really sort of busy and important and a little bit silly at the same time. They're really beautiful, and I did have red hens, and I haven't really said this, I don't think, on the podcast, but back in the summertime, unfortunately, we lost them, which was really sad. They just all disappeared on the same day. I think maybe a fox, but we couldn't find anything, any trace, no sign, nothing. So it remains a mystery to us. We hunted around the farm, we looked high and low, we just couldn't find anything. So something must have just taken them during the day, I think, which was really sad. So we haven't had hens for a while, but I've been seriously contemplating getting more hens. And if I do get more hens, it will be in the spring, and it will be, I think, I'm going to find some beautiful speckly ones just like this. And Antonella, who's very, very kindly sent me this mug, thank you, Antonella, it's really lovely. What was I going to say? I think she knows because I told her about the hens at the time, and I said that I would like some speckled hens, so I'm guessing that's why she's chosen this one for me. But she said she saw it on Etsy and she thought it would make me smile. And it does. When I see it, it does. And actually, do you know what? I'll just show you that one. Can you see it? She's got her leg up. I don't know why they do it. Oh, I don't know if it's focusing. Sorry if it's not focusing. But I don't know why they do this, but hens, if you've got hens, you'll know. Sometimes they just stand with one leg up. If anybody knows why they do that, I'd love to know, because it's really quite funny to watch them do it, and you think that they've hurt their leg, but I think they're just resting. They're just doing a bit of yoga, I think, hen yoga. So thank you very much, Antonella. That was a really lovely surprise. Yeah, it's a lovely mug, and it does definitely make me smile. And I can drink my tea because it's not too hot. Right, I'm going to show you the next bit of knitting. I think this is going to be quite a brief podcast, actually, mainly because of the light, but also, yeah, no, that's why. Yeah, definitely, that's why. So I'm going to get stuck straight in, oh, I couldn't speak then, to the next two things. I don't know if you've seen any of this. I think the only thing that you've seen of these projects are, or was, a little blue swatch. And I meant to have a look at the last episode before I started recording this podcast so that I knew what I'd shown you already, but I forgot to do that because I got I got distracted by going outside and cleaning out my guinea pigs, which wasn't really planned, I just did it on the spur of the moment. And also giving them a haircut, which wasn't planned for this afternoon because I was going to podcast earlier in the day. But I got doing that. I fancied being outside in the fresh air, and the guinea pigs all needed a haircut, so they've had a haircut. I don't know why I started talking about the guinea pigs. I've lost my train of thought, sorry. I've got no idea why I started talking about those. Anyway, oh yeah, that was it. I got waylaid doing all of that, so I didn't have time, I forgot to look at my previous podcast, so I don't know, I don't think you've seen any of this. If you follow me on Instagram, you might have seen the progress on these projects, but I've been making the Owlet jumpers for my niece and nephew. So Evie is getting a blue one, and it's very nearly finished. All I've got to do on both of them is just to sew the rest of the eyes onto the owls, but I've sewn a few of the eyes on, or the eyes onto a few of the owls this morning, just for the purpose of showing you on the podcast. So this one's Evie's. If I just go back a bit, you can see the whole thing, and then I'll give you a nice close-up. So there's three of the owls with their eyes. Oh, I quite like their shell buttons, and I quite like the fact that they gleam and they shine a bit, because I kind of think that owls' eyes must do that so that they can see in the dark. so I think that's quite fitting. So I hope she likes the buttons. And it's got the rib. This pattern's by Kate, I don't know if I've just said this, but this is by Kate Davies. I think a lot of people are familiar. I think lots of people have seen the owl, and I really want one for myself. I really want to make one for Anna, and I know that Emily, my best friend, is going to make one for herself as well, and she's making one for her sister, so I think we all need to have owl jumpers, including the adults too, so because Evie and Bo have got theirs now, so they're going to have these. They are Christmas presents, and I'm knitting these. They're being included in the Merry Along, which is being hosted by Jules. Hello Jules, the lovely Jules of the So Sweet Violet podcast. I have to say I've been a bit sporadic in posting in the thread. I'm sorry, I did mean to be more active in the Cal thread for that one. And I've been knitting merrily along on this and posting on Instagram and then forgetting to hashtag the merry along or forgetting to put the pictures in the merry along. But I will post the finished object pictures in there because I think we've got till the end of November to put your finished objects in there, so I've got a few days. So hopefully I'll get the eyes sewn on later on tonight while watching a bit of telly, and post it in the it's so squishy, and post it in the finished objects thread. It's gorgeous. I think I'm going to make mine out of this yarn. I actually want it in this colour as well. Oh, it's just so lovely. The yarn is Cascade. I think it's Cascade 128. Haven't got the ball band. Not very organised. Cascade 128, I think. Give you another close up before I put this one down. Is it working? And the only thing I did change about the pattern, or modify should I say, is that what you do is you knit it from the bottom in the round, bottom up. First time I've ever done that, which was really good because I really like learning a new technique when I'm doing my knitting. It's really good to try something new, and I thought it was fantastic. You knit the body from the bottom up and you get as far as just under the arms. And then you put that to one side and then you knit the arms in the same fashion, so you go cuff up, so from the bottom of the cuff here all the way up to the underarm. You do both the arms, sleeves should I say, and then you attach it all, you put it all onto one needle and then you knit in the round, so you join it all in the round and just knit up to the yoke. And by the time you've got to the top, this is quite obvious actually, I don't know why I'm saying this, but you've finished your jumper, apart from weaving in the ends and just grafting some stitches underneath the arms. And that was fantastic, so I think that's going to be really good when I make my own owl, because I think everybody will agree that sleeves can be the thing that will really slow your project down. You can get really gung-ho and get your body done, and then you get onto the sleeves and they can be a bit of a pain. So I think the next jumper that I knit, maybe not the next one because I've got a project that I'm probably going to introduce in the next few weeks to you, but yes, when I do my owl I'm going to look forward to the fact that it will be bottom up, and I think it will feel like it's going to go really fast, and it's chunky yarn, so it is going to go really fast. So that one's for Evie, and then Bo, her little brother, who is, now he was born in end of April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. He's 7 months. Yeah, he's 7 months old. So, but I knit him. I think I knit him the. I can't remember what size I knit him. Did I do 1 to 2 years? Or 9 months? Do you know? I can't remember what sizes it comes in. But I didn't do him the baby one. I didn't do him his size. I did him the next size up, because babies are chunky, aren't they? And he's got chunky arms, and obviously he'll grow into this. And they grow quickly when they're that age, so I'm hoping it'll last him the whole of the winter. But this is Bo's. He was going to have a green jumper. This is a green jumper. He was going to have a yellow jumper. I showed the yarn a couple of podcast episodes ago, but me and Anna, his mum, my sister, we decided that the yellow actually would wash him out a little bit, and I went with a green instead. So I picked this one, and Anna said that would be fine. She hasn't seen the colour yet actually, I don't think, unless she's seen it on Instagram. But it's really soft. And there's his little owls. It's so tiny. It's so cute. It's really soft and squishy. I can't wait to see them in it. Oh, I just love it, love it, love it. It was really enjoyable to knit, really enjoyable. I love doing the cables. It's a simple chart, it's just really easy to do. You could sit and knit this in front of the TV. Brilliant, absolutely lovely. I could make loads of these, actually. I think I might make them for all the children that I know. No, that's a sweeping statement. I'm probably not going to do that, but I'll just show you the ball band. Actually, I bought 2 of these. Turns out I only needed 1, not even 1. So it's Sirdar Super Soft Aran. Now this is an acrylic yarn, and I don't normally knit exclusively with acrylic, especially 100% acrylic. But it was in my wool shop. I wanted to buy the yarn from the yarn shop during my knitting night. I was going to do it in a mustardy colour, but the only yarn they had in that colour was a blue face Leicester, and it wasn't really a baby yarn, and it was a bit scratchy, and he's only a baby. So in the end, I know that green suits him because I've seen him in this colour baby grow before. And it is absolutely so soft, and it is a nice quality acrylic, and more importantly, Anna can just shove it in the washing machine. I'm pretty sure she can wash this at 40 degrees as well. Yeah, she can, yeah, and she can, and same for the other one because it's super wash. So, you know, she's got a 3.5-year-old and a 7-month-old. She needs to be able to put them in the washing machine. So that's what I used, and it's lovely to work with, actually. I really like it. It's very soft. So I'm not going to return that. I'm going to probably knit him a tank top, because Anna said she needed a few little tank tops and things for him. So I'll either knit him a tank top or another jumper or a cardie out of the second ball. Might as well use it. Or maybe I'll knit Evie something, actually. I could probably knit her a cardigan out of that one. There's a little bit of the other ball left as well. And there's a really lovely pattern on Ravelry that I want to knit for Evie next, and there's a beautiful pink colour of Aran yarn in the yarn shop. It's like a tank top, so it's just plain with a little polar neck rib polar neck and a little rib cap sleeve here, and it's just basically a plain stocking stitch tank top, but I just think it'd be lovely for her to have on in the house to keep her nice and warm. So if I knit her one of those, and then Bo can have a little tank top vest as well. Keep them nice and snuggly through the winter. Right, I'm going to race on because I really, really feel as if it's getting dark, and I really want to tell you about the giveaway that we're having at Loop and Bar, or I'm having at Loop and Bar. So it's nearly December, and one of my lovely Ravelry group members a few weeks ago sort of hinted and suggested that maybe I ought to do a Christmas bag, and I kind of thought, not sure if I could think of something that would suit my style, and then I don't know how this popped into my head, but I think I maybe found the embroidery thread in one of my sewing boxes, and then I got the idea. So this is the beautiful thread that I've used. I'll do that. Oh. No, I won't. Hang on. Let's try that again. This is the beautiful thread. It's got a really gorgeous sheen. It's 100% silk thread, and I got a few colours actually. I had the red already, but I got this silver and gold as well. Is it focusing? If I keep it still enough, it might do. Okay, I've got some beautiful colours. I've mainly used the red and the silver so far, but I might be using the gold as well. And I've created a little Christmas bag design to go, initially to go in the Etsy shop, but then I realised that I actually would quite like to do a giveaway, a December giveaway, just to celebrate the seasons and the fact that everybody is getting really sort of cosy and looking forward to that lovely crisp wintry weather, and so many people on Instagram and Ravelry and podcasts seem to really look forward to their Christmas cast-ons. So I thought I'd do a Christmas bag, project bag, in my own design to give away. I've done 2, so there will be 2 prizes, 2 of the same bag, nearly the same bag. And I'm hoping, if I open the giveaway thread today basically, or tomorrow, which it's Sunday today, so it'll be Monday or Tuesday when I open the giveaway thread, I'm just going to keep it open for about a week. It's a bit of a short and sweet giveaway, but I will let people know on Instagram in case they don't get a chance to watch the podcast as well. But the idea behind it is that I would really love, obviously, for whoever wins these 2 bags to get them before Christmas. And perhaps they would like to put their Christmas cast on, their Christmas Day cast on, if they do that, in the bag. Or perhaps it will just be a nice Christmas present for them. So I'm going to keep the window of time for you to enter quite short, and that's just so that if it's anybody from overseas that wins, that I get time to put it in the post, and hopefully they will get it before Christmas, hopefully. So I've been a bit last minute with this one, but thank you Joe, the lovely Joe from Somerset in my Ravelry group, for giving me the idea in the first place. And a massive thank you again for my beautiful, can I show you them? Oh, they might all fall out. My beautiful shell buttons that you sent me. I'll get one and show. There's 2 types in here. Jo messaged me on Instagram and said she'd seen the sort of little pictures of the designs that I was posting about my Christmas bag, and she said she had some shell buttons, and did I think that they would look nice. She thought they'd look nice. Oh, I think I might have to do that just to finish off the bags, and she was totally right, and she very kindly put them in the post to me, which was so lovely and generous. And I went with the little white one. So there's the bag. So I'm just going to have to try and give you a bit of a sort of close-up. So it's got the blue spot chambray fabric on the bottom, which is one of my favourite, and I love using this because it's like a clear starry night, and especially when I've used it on the Christmas bag, it just reminds me of snow, like a dark snowy night. And then I've done some embroidery. I'll have to get close and I'll see if I can show you the stitches. I've never really done embroidery before, so I've learned a stitch called the wheat ear stitch. I hope you can hear me because I'm covering the camera up with the back. So I've done the wheat ear stitch to stitch the tree in the silk onto some linen, onto it. I think it's a linen mix, this fabric. Oops, and then some little French knots for the snow. I don't know if you can see how clearly you can see it. And then this really beautiful shell star button for the top of the tree, which I didn't even realise I needed something on the top of the tree until Jo said it, and then I thought, yes, definitely, it will definitely finish them off. And then inside, I found the most beautiful fabric from Dashwood Studios. Okay, I'm back. It is 2 days later. The 30-minute increment sort of ran out on the camera for the recording facility, so I decided to continue a couple of days later, as in now, because we've got better light now. It's the morning, so I'm just trying to sort of zip this in quickly before I go to work. And I've got to leave a bit early today because I need to do a few errands for Avion as well. So Charlie and I have just been out for a beautiful walk. So what I'll do is I'll finish showing you the, I keep saying a lot as well, trying to think on the hoof a bit here. I'll finish showing you the giveaway that I was just talking about, and then I think that'll be the end of the podcast, because I've only got sort of 10 or 15 minutes. And I might put a little bit of footage of our walk this morning in at the end, because it's a really beautiful, beautiful sunny, frosty morning, and we've just been for a really lovely walk all around the farm, onto the lane, back onto the farm. The mountains look beautiful this morning, so hopefully I'll be able to put a little bit of footage in there for anybody who's interested in seeing that just at the end of the podcast. So, I think when the camera stopped, I was just showing you the giveaway bags for the winter. I'm not sure what to call it. I don't know whether to call it a Christmas giveaway or a December giveaway or a winter giveaway. I quite like the idea of it being winter or December giveaway. But either way, it's a giveaway. So I was just showing you the bags. I think I showed you the other one, but this is another one here with a... Oh no, I did. I showed you both of them actually, didn't I? I think I showed both. So anyway, just as a recap, I suppose you don't need it because you've only just seen this. For me it was 2 days ago. I was showing you the interior, wasn't I? The lining of the bag. So it's this really lovely Dashwood Studios fabric, and I picked it because, I'll show you the actual fabric because I've got a little bit more of it here. I picked it because it looks like snow. So that's, hopefully I'm going to be making a couple more. So I've got 2 for giveaways, and I've got, possibly I might put a couple in the shop with the next Etsy update. I think I'm going to do that, but definitely 2 are going to be given away as a prize, so it just depends on how much I get done. I've started the next one. Here's my little panel with the embroidery on it. So that's, just needs its little star putting on it and then making up into another bag, so that could be one for the shop. I've got a big pile of fabric here, all nicely cut. You might have seen this on Instagram. I've worked my way through about half of it, so that just gives you an idea. Ooh, can I do this? An idea of some of the prints that are going to be on in the Etsy update, made into bags for the Etsy update. So it's some more Tilda fabrics, some more of my favourite blue spot. I really, really love this. And I found this most beautiful fabric. I'm actually going to buy a load of this and make some curtains out of it because it's so gorgeous. This is not a Tilda one. I've forgotten the company. If anybody wants to know, just ask me and I'll find out, because I don't know where the scrap of the salvage of it is, but yeah, it's just gorgeous. It's a little ditzy rose little rose, tiny rose pattern. And oh, I've jumped into that before telling you everything about the giveaway. I picked up something from a craft fair at the weekend, which I'm going to include in the giveaway. They're just little tokens really, but they're so cute, so sweet, and they were, I think they're all handmade. They're handmade and they're local, and they're just like a little Christmas tree decoration. And it says on it, Nadolig Llawen, which is the Welsh for Merry Christmas or Happy Christmas. So I picked up a few of those, and whoever wins one of the Christmas or winter project giveaway bags will also get one of those little decorations in there, maybe a couple of other little goodies. So for the giveaway, I think what I'll do is, it's now Monday morning. No, it's not, it's Tuesday morning. I went to college yesterday, that was Monday, so it's Tuesday morning now. So by the time you're watching the podcast, at the earliest it will be Wednesday. So I'm hoping to get the Ravelry thread open for that giveaway on the 1st of December. I don't know what day that'll be. I think that might be Thursday. That might be Wednesday. Anyway, so look out for that. I might even open it today. Anyway, sorry, I'm rambling now. Yeah, if you want to enter the giveaway to win a Christmas or winter project bag with a hand-embroidered Christmas tree on it, pop over to the Loop and Bar Ravelry group. Look for the, what shall I call it? The winter, or look for the December giveaway thread. I'm going to call it that, the December giveaway thread, or should I call it the winter giveaway thread? Look for the winter or the December giveaway thread. It'll be a little bit of a mystery until you get there. Anyway, it'll be obvious because I'll put a photograph, if you go into the thread, I'll put a photograph and all of the information that you need to know. And you just simply come and let me know. Let me know if you want to enter the giveaway, just tell me that, and also maybe tell me, have you had your first frosts yet? Have you had a lovely winter walk yet? And what do you love about winter? If you have winter, maybe you don't have winter. If you don't, that's fine, you can still enter. People still enjoy Christmas themed or winter themed things, don't they? Yeah, so that's all you have to do, and I'm just going to keep that open for, it's going to be a short and sweet one, for 1 week, because if a winner happens to be somewhere like America, I want to be able to get it in the post in time to hopefully, fingers crossed, get it there before Christmas, because it could be something they might want to use to put a Christmas Day cast on or something, Christmas Eve cast on. So it's going to be a short and sweet giveaway. It's a bit last minute, so because I wasn't very organised. But yes, so I'll open the thread. It'll be open now if you're watching the podcast. I'll let people know on Instagram as well, just in case you haven't had a chance to see the podcast. And yeah, open for 1 week. So I'll put the dates, the closing date of it on the Ravelry thread for the giveaway, because I can't think what that date will be right now. So just come along and enter that if you want to win a Christmas bag. Yeah, so I think I've said everything about that. I've got some more bags to go in the Etsy shop. I'll just show you those quickly, because I think that's everything. I need to go and get my breakfast and then get ready to go to work. But I've completed a few bags, and I just showed you the pile of fabric there, so I'll be steadily making a few more. I've actually got the whole of Thursday off this week, so I'm going to be doing some lovely sewing and putting things into Etsy. So this time I've decided not to do a specific update date and time. I think just over the next few days I'm going to slowly put the bags in. Here's some of the ones I've finished. I'm only going to give you just a really quick, I don't know how well you can see actually. Oops, I'm not doing a very good job of this, am I? Oh dear. Okay, so there's an example. It's got a lovely Tilda box bottom. So I've used my lovely Tilda fabrics again that I got from, I don't know if I've told you this, but I got them from my lovely friend Claire, who has a shop called Wren Ivy, and I will put a link to that in the down bar on YouTube, and also when I post the video into the Ravelry group, I will link to Claire's shop, because if you like Tilda fabrics, my lovely friend Claire is selling some beautiful fat quarters, and you can get smaller, I don't know what you call them, but smaller cut squares as well. She's a UK shop, but I don't know if she posts worldwide, I'm sure she does, but just check it out. If you follow the link that I'll put down here, you can have a quick look at what she's selling. She's really lovely. We used to work together in the art college, we were art technicians together. So here's another one, that's got a red drawstring with a little heart button, and another Tilda fabric. If I do that you might be able to see the fabric better. So I've just made a few combinations really. I'm whizzing through this. This is not my best podcast item showing, I don't think. Another one with some grey linen. Tilda fabrics, so some of them have got the button here, some of them have got a little knot, depending on which sort of fabric I've used for the drawstring. And a couple more in the making. I've used that lovely, I think this is one of my favourites actually. I just love this little sort of, it's a kind of a very pale purple Tilda with this beautiful rose lining on just a plain sort of linen mix, and that's going to have a drawstring. It's one of the drawstrings in the making. It's going to have one of the drawstrings made out of the rose fabric. So over the next few days I'm just going to be feeding a few more bags into the Etsy shop, and I think I'm going to try that because it might help out. It might be better for some of the people who have been missing the updates because of time zones, or just maybe being at work, or and rather than putting everything into the shop in one go, and then it, which is fabulous when it sells out. It's so exciting, and I really think it's just so wonderful. But I just want to give people the chance to be able to buy a bag if they want to. So rather than name a time and date for the update, if you want to have a look, just keep your eye on the Etsy shop. Again, I'll link it below here. And just a reminder to everybody that if you go into Etsy and type in Loop and Bar Shop, which is the name of the Etsy shop, if there's nothing listed, I found this out from Etsy, I had to email them because it was a bit of a mystery to me. If there's nothing listed in there, then you won't actually find the shop, which does explain why I've had trouble finding other people's shops as well in the past, which I was wondering about. But if you follow the link here, even if there's nothing in the shop, you will get to the shop, so you can see, you can maybe favourite it. I don't know if you get updates or anything, but at least you'll have it in your Etsy favourites and you'll be able to get quick access to the shop that way. But hopefully over the next sort of week or so, there'll be a little constant supply of new bags going into the shop. I might just do a few a day, something like that. Depends on what I'm able to get done around work. I think Charlie's trying to come in. Yeah, she is. Charlie's in a little bit of trouble. Charlie, come again. Come on then. Come on then. I don't think you can see her actually, she's too low. She's going to lay down behind me. She's in a little bit of trouble today because on our walk she found something very disgusting to eat. It's been there a very long time. Let's just put it that way, if you can imagine. We live on a farm. Occasionally Charlie comes across something that's been there a while and she doesn't care about that. She'll just eat it anyway. So I had to stomp over an electric fence into some woodland and shout at her a little bit and retrieve her from her bounty, let's say, and bring her back. So yeah, she shouldn't really be in the house actually. I've got to keep my eye on her, but she goes in the garden when we go to work, so I think we'll be okay. Right, okay, so different cup this time because it's a few days later. It's going to probably look a bit weird actually on the podcast. And I wanted to tell you about a new little thing that I bought. I'll very briefly tell you, but hopefully I'll be able to show you some footage of it. I'm keeping my eye on it in case I get any visitors, but there's a window just there. And I bought one of those bird feeders that you stick onto the outside of the window with those little suckers. And it's got a little tray and you put the bird seed in it. And I put it there a few days ago. I'm really excited because the robins have been looking at it, but the blue tits have definitely visited it. But I just have to sit quite still. I can see them sitting on the willow tree a few metres away from the window. And I've had a few blue tits just kind of tentatively hopping on, grabbing a seed and then flying away because I think they can see that I'm here. But I'm hoping they'll get brave and start visiting it while I'm sitting here sewing. So maybe over the next couple of weeks, if they start to get a bit more brave, I will put the camera there and see if I can do a bit of recording and show off my little bird feeder at the window because it's absolutely brilliant. And I'm actually going to get my dad one for Christmas because he saw it at the weekend and really loved it. Anyway, on that note, it's time for my breakfast. So thank you very much for watching. Sorry about the bit of sort of mishmash of doing it over 2 days. It might look a bit weird. Hopefully it'll work out okay. So thanks for watching and head on over to the Ravelry group on Loop and Bar. If you're not on Ravelry and you don't want to be on Ravelry but you do want to enter the giveaway for the Christmas bag, please just let me know on Instagram or on or here in the comments, and I'll just enter you in anyway. I'll give you a number and I'll enter you in. So you don't have to join Ravelry if you don't want to. I know not everybody's on it, so if you do want to enter the giveaway, if you follow the podcast, if you're a subscriber and you'd like to enter the giveaway but you're not on Ravelry, just let me know on Instagram or here in the comments down below here. Just tell me your name and let me know that you want to be entered into the giveaway. And I'll give you a number because I'll just do it with random number generator probably, and I'll add on everybody's number at the end of the Ravelry group as such, so you will be still entered. Okay, I think that's everything. So again, thanks for watching and I'll see you next time.